Hi there. Chief Executive Officer Toho, CEO Toho Incorporated. We're the people who bring you your beloved Godzilla movies. I don't really know what you want me to say. Godzilla fights a robotic version of himself. Welcome back to Entertainment Rebooted and another episode of our continuing series, Cinema Revisited Godzilla, where we are watching all of the classic Godzilla movies and we're talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the iconic of this classic kaiju monster movie franchise. Speaking about classic kaiju monsters, I'm of course joined by our channel kaiju, none other than Pet, the Great Handover Howard.
Spear fingers.
All right. All right, Pat, tonight we watched none other than 1974's Godzilla versus
Mechagodzilla.
Before we get into the good, bad, ugly, iconic, of course, for those who may have seen this a long time ago or have yet to see this amazing film.
Magnificent masterpiece
Of kaiju monster fighting. Please give us a brief plot summary, if you would, Pat, of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
We open. Gorosaurus is walking through a snowy land. And then we quickly cut away from that to a female performing a ritual in front of a castle in Japan.
Kind of like a tourist trap thing, but it's more like a ritualistic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
they're taking photos of her. And then she has a vision of a monster appearing and destroying this town.
Yeah, destroying the city.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We quickly brush that off, and then two brothers that were at the tourist place. He's just like, didn't I tell you your big bro knows stuff? They're actually descendants of that royal Azuma family. Alright, I'm dropping you off at this cave. You gotta get somebody else. I gotta go back to the job site. He goes into the cave. The other guy goes to the job site. He pulls up to the job site, and like all the workers are huddled around because they're like, Boss, we were just about to call you. We found a weird cave.
And then they proceed to go into the cave, and inside of the cave, not only do they find many, many rocks, but they find
a statue and paintings.
And of course, like while they're finding these statues and paintings
in their cave,
somebody...
Their brother's back in the different cave, and he finds a tiny piece of metal, and he's just like, this isn't natural. So he takes it.
As one does.
Yeah.
And he decides to take it to his friend, the professor.
Yes.
To have it examined. But while he's going to try to get that examined, the female archaeologist comes into the cave and she deciphers
part of the
hieroglyphics on the wall, the paintings on the wall, and the little messages that are around the little statue. And she starts talking about a great prophecy.
There's a prophecy. When the Black Mountain rises above the clouds, and the monster will rise and destroy the world. Then, when the red moon sets in the east, and the sun rises in the west, two monsters will join together to defeat the monster.
And that's all that they have so far. There's like more riddles and things like that they need to figure out, and they don't really know quite exactly where to start looking for that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the professor takes a look at the little piece of metal, and he goes, this is a perfect example of space titanium. It's a thing.
The other brother goes back to Tokyo, to mainland Japan with the archaeologist, and she's like, I decoded most of the prophecy, but I didn't know what to do with the statue, so I'm taking it back to this other professor in Tokyo.
And while they're in the plane traveling towards Tokyo, what did they see but a giant dark cloud that looks like a black Mount Fuji? As if the first part of the prophecy has begun.
Dun dun dun. They land in Tokyo, and they kind of take a cab together, and she's like, "Oh, thanks for bringing me here, but you can go now." He pays the cab and gets out, and she's like, "Really, I'm good by myself." Turns out the professor she was going to see, it's his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So they are examining the statue, and somebody breaks in and tries to steal the statue. The nephew beats him off. Not in that way. Then she's like, where's... And then he's just... they hear about an earthquake.
There's an earthquake. There's things that are happening. And outside of the lab where they've examined the metal, Godzilla appears to rise out of the ground.
Godzilla gets shot out of a volcano.
Pretty much. And he starts heading towards Tokyo. And now they're starting to look around being like, wait a second. Is the monster destined to destroy the world? None other than our beloved kaiju protector dude who's been the main character and protagonist the last 7 films?
Yeah.
Godzilla?
He destroys a hotel, and then he's walking down a road.
He beats the crap out of a hotel.
Yeah.
Like, he gives it a walloping as if it looked at him wrong.
But he's going off, and he's like walking down the road. And then the earth rises up a bit and like starts to rise. He steps, and out of the earth pops a Gorosaurus.
He goes up and he's trying to like talk to him, and he's like, and then Godzilla gives like a strange call back that doesn't sound like his normal roar. And yeah, he's like, and then he attacks his friend, and everybody's like, what? He attacked his friend?
And he beats the ever-living snot out of a Gorosaurus.
Yeah, Agurus barely gets out of it alive. Like,
and he almost rips his jaw in half.
Yeah, he almost rips his head
starts
off.
like spitting out blood.
Yeah.
Like a lot of blood.
And then he scurries away, and then Godzilla moves towards proper Tokyo and starts destroying a power plant, like a diesel plant.
So the older nephew is just like, I'm going to go there to check on my brother and the professor. He's like, that's got to be a war zone. He goes there. He sees that fight. Then he finds a piece of metal and the wreckage nearby. And he's just like, that doesn't look right. So he takes it to the lab.
The piece of wreckage happens in the second fight, I thought.
Nope, first fight.
Okay, never mind. Continue, Pat, please.
Because
I'm trying to hold it together.
It's from Agorus.
Agorus did smash, and he ripped like a portion of his shoulder off.
The shoulder, yeah.
You're right. And then he gets thrown into a bridge, and when the guy comes to the bridge later, he finds the metal piece.
Yeah.
Okay, because Agorus flees, and then he runs into it. Godzilla then goes to the diesel power plant thing, and he's destroying everything. And then out of one of the buildings emerges
Godzilla. What? And then across the bay from this like diesel depot place, the 2 nephews, the professor and his daughter, pull up, and they're just like, wait, there's 2 Godzillas?
Yep.
And then Godzilla's just like, and atomic breath. We cut, and we're in a bunker with a dude who's got like
he's got like a big old scar. Like, it's like a smudge, really.
Yeah,
it's
smudge
like
across his face, and he's smoking. He's just like, oh, the real Godzilla showed up so soon. Those Earthlings must be so confused. But nothing we can do. Flips a switch, and then the other Godzilla that fought Agorus goes flashy, 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 and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
He's
a giant robot.
Godzilla. And then he starts he puts out his hands. He's like, look at these manicures. Did I say manicures? I mean missiles. Pew, 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 pew. And then he starts shooting laser beams out of his eyes. And he
wallops Godzilla.
He gives him a mollywomp.
But without taking damage. But he did take damage to himself. So they're just like, his damaged and not functioning properly. Call him back to base for repairs.
But this is after Godzilla flees into the water, and it looks like the water is literally boiling blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
And then, Mechagodzilla gets called back to base.
Then the scientist and the younger brother and and the scientist's daughter, he's just like, we're taking the first flight to Okinawa. Then the archaeologist and the older nephew talk with the uncle again. He's just like, I figured out the rest of the prophecy. When the red sun rises in the west, we must place this statue on the temple to wake King Caesar. The guardian of the Azuma
royal family.
Lineage.
And then we get a little more information about the people that are in the bunker who are actually making Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla was in fact damaged, and what they end up doing is
kidnapping the scientist.
They kidnap the scientist. Well, they don't really kidnap the scientist. The scientist kind of runs into them, and they keep him.
Yeah, that's kidnapping.
Well,
and
it was
it's
like
kidnapping and illegal imprisonment.
Yeah, it's more illegal imprisonment than kidnapping, really.
They took him from the cave to a separate location.
In the cave. It's deeper in the cave.
Still kidnapping.
Okay.
Semantics.
Semantics.
They capture the scientist, the younger brother, and the daughter, and he's like, "We're from Black Hole Planet 3.
9. Black Hole Planet 6.
3.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
Or was it 5?
It was 3.
Black Hole Planet number. Something.
And we've been sent here to conquer Earth with our secret weapon, Mechagodzilla, designed off of your planet's most greatest monster.
Godzilla. But he's been greatly damaged, and it just so happens that you won a Nobel Peace Prize for the thing that we need you to do.
You won a Nobel Peace Prize in alien technology.
And cyborg
space metals.
Yeah. Fix Mechagodzilla, or we're going to kill your daughter and her friend, your nephew. Yeah.
So they force him to fix Mechagodzilla.
And he does, but then, like, after he fixes Mechagodzilla, would you be surprised at the aliens that are trying to destroy the Earth? Yeah, they throw him in the death room. And the thing's literally named the Death Room.
The Death Chamber.
No, it was room. Death Room. He called it Death Room. Where are you taking them? The Death Room.
That's where he said Death Chamber.
Either way.
But while he's fixing Mechagodzilla, the older nephew and the archaeologist are just like, we need to get to Okinawa. And the alien had said, tell our agent to steal the statue since they decoded it. They can't wake King Caesar. He might wake other monsters. And
we can't have that because then Mechagodzilla can't win and destroy the world.
Yep.
As we want.
So they're getting over to Okinawa by a ship. Alien breaks into their room while the girl is sleeping, steals the box. Elder nephew attacks him. They get into a fight across the ship.
And while he's fighting him, he ends up getting a shot off, and it grazes the guy's face, and his face
turns half monkey
looking thing. And so they have a whole long chase on the empty boat that is very clearly filmed during the day, but is supposed to be night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they chase each other, and then eventually he's saved by a mysterious figure who's been following them this entire time. A man that we were calling the King, because he was definitely Japanese Elvis.
Yep.
As that was the vibe he was giving off. That was the aura, and it was also the clothing, the hairstyle, and the aviator sunglasses.
Yep.
So Japanese Elvis
shoots the bad guy.
He falls off with the statue, and then he comes out and he's just like, I'm Elvis Presley. Interpol.
Didn't tell him yet.
Yeah, he did. I thought he told him.
No, he didn't tell him until he was in the cave.
Oh, that's right. He didn't. Sorry, this whole movie is just like, the movie is so straightforward that's like, while you're recapping it, you almost feel like you're supposed to be farther along.
Yeah.
But when you're watching it, it's just like, okay, something else is cool and happening. The plot finds the movie. On multiple occasions, literally, it's just like, they will fall, they will stumble, and something will fall out of somebody's pocket. Literally, something will fall out of somebody's pocket. And it's like, look at that! A plot device to move the plot.
They get to Okinawa, and the captain's just like, oh, here's your box. You said it was super special, so I put it in the safe. She's like, oh, you gave me a fake statue. He said, deceive your friends to deceive your enemies. They go to the hotel, and they find out that the scientist's daughter and his brother have not been back in 2 days. So he leaves her at the hotel. He goes to the cave, finds the scientist's pipe, which fell out of his pocket when they got captured.
Like a plot device.
And then he's almost captured when the Interpol dude then shows up, like saves him device. Again. And he's just like, I'm with the Interpol.
That's when he says that he's from Interpol. Japanese Elvis Presley works for Interpol.
Yep.
He's a cap.
They then use the captured alien soldier to sneak into the base. They rescue the scientist, the daughter, and his brother. As
they're being, like, burned alive, essentially.
They're being steamed cooked. Alive. They're being steam cooked.
They're being broiled.
Yeah. They get out. They're about to drive away, and then the Interpol dude's just like, wait. Pulls out a thing of string.
Like a plot device.
And then next thing we see, the car blows up, and the aliens.
And the aliens like, yeah, it's good. We don't have to worry about them anymore. Convenient.
And then just like, you saved my life 3 times now.
He's like, three times.
Yeah, one time on the ship, right?
Clever boy.
And then he's just like, all right, you make your way to the Azuma Shrine. I'm going back in there. I'm going to take these guys down. His brother's just like, I'm going with him to help. The scientist is just like,
I also have to go in there to help because I'm the only person who can destroy Mechagodzilla's computer brain.
Yes.
Because I created it.
Older brother gives scientist his pipe back. They go back in the cave. Older brother takes the daughter of scientist, meets up with archaeologists. They get to the Azuma Shrine. But
where they find that they aren't the first people to arrive at the shrine.
The aliens arrived first, and they've taken the final descendants of the Azuma royal family hostage. And they're just like, give us the statue, or we'll shoot these two.
Who you've never met.
And then as they're about to give the statue, bang, bang! Both of them get shot, and out of the darkness comes, I'm also with Interpol. Oh, you're Elvis's partner? Yes, we're companions.
There's another co-op who we've never seen before.
The sun then begins to rise from the west, which is actually just a mirage of the red moon setting in the east. They take the statue and they put it on a shelf right at the front of the shrine.
Of the shrine.
The most obvious place for a statue to be is where they had to put it.
It doesn't have to be complicated. It's very simple. You just you put the statue where the statue looks like it's supposed to go, and you point it in the right direction at the right time, and then suddenly it shoots laser beams.
The statue shoots a beam of fiery power out of itself and blows open a peninsula across the bay. Hopefully no one lived there. And there's sleeping King Shîsâ.
And King Shîsâ is just like a traditional, like, Asian dragon looking,
kind of food dog looking.
Yeah, he looks like a food dog, Anywho,
though he does have bat ears.
He has very big floppy bat ears,
which is not food dog traditionally.
No. Well, I mean,
the aliens just like, oh, they woke up King Shîsâ. Looks like our men didn't get the statue.
Oh well. Send Mechagodzilla to destroy King Shîsâ. It's not a big deal.
Before he fully wakes up.
Yeah. So Mechagodzilla starts slowly making his way towards it, and they're like, why won't he wake up? And then the girl who's the final descendant of this royal family decides, you know what's really going to wake a ancient monster thing up? I'm going to give it the power of love.
I'm going to sing a love ballad to him.
And it's a very suggestive love ballad if you are like us and very sick in the head.
Or if you just listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, if you actually just listen to lyrics, it's just like...
Or read the lyrics, I guess, in our case.
Yes, in our case, reading the lyrics, it's literally like, you'll give me what I want.
My heart yearns for you.
I yearn for you.
I'll be here under the palm trees.
Waiting for you. Awaken for me. Yeah.
Run through the red flowers.
Yep. There's a lot of it's a love ballad.
Yeah.
And it's meant to wake up King Shîsâ, and after the scene concludes, King Shîsâ does in fact wake up.
His eyes glow red.
Mm-hmm. And he comes out of the mountain and he decides to start trying to whoop on Mechagodzilla. But of course, Mechagodzilla already has kicked the crap out of Igiosaurus and Godzilla. So yeah, he's given him a good whooping. One thing we forgot to mention, however, was that Godzilla has reappeared on a distant island in the middle of a massive thunderstorm.
And he screams at the sky.
He pulls a Lieutenant Dan. And he starts screaming at God.
He yells at the sky, "Give me power," and the sky obeys. He starts getting struck by lightning, bringing back that he can be empowered by lightning.
And on top of that, he begins to glow and pulse as if he's evolving like a Pokemon.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So anyway, while the fight's happening, King Shîsâ is getting completely just destroyed by Mechagodzilla, and then the waters boil up, and out of the waters comes...
glowing Godzilla!
And he decides, hey, you already almost killed my one friend, and this dude is fighting you, so I'm clearly supposed to fight with him. Just the plot demands it.
Yep.
And so we gonna fight, because we have an issue.
And then a very intense fight begins.
Very intense fight, and let's just say that every time that it looks like they're about to start actually being able to fight Mechagodzilla on like equal terms, Mechagodzilla gets another power.
Yeah, his fingers are missiles, his toes are missiles, his kneecaps are missiles.
He has a lightning beam in his chest. He shoots
lightning out of his chest.
He's got rainbow
eyes
lasers.
shoot rainbow lasers. His tail shoots. He can fly.
He can spin his head really, really fast and make a power barrier around himself.
Yeah, that part still doesn't make sense to me.
It was another power.
He also has missiles in his mouth, but he never uses them. Oh, and he has an imitation atomic breath.
That's true. And yes, he does fly, which of course means it's one of Godzilla's only weaknesses that have survived. Godzilla has learned to defeat his second biggest weakness, ledges. But flying is still one of those things where anytime a kaiju that he is fighting decides to take off, he's powerless.
Yeah. So they fight, and they fight, and they fight. Godzilla gets struck by multiple ones of Mechagodzilla's finger missiles that pierce into him, and Godzilla goes down, and he's like, oh no. Yep. There's also just like a lot of blood coming from Godzilla.
Blood spewing from his neck a little bit. During all this fighting scene, by the way, we do cut back to Interpol Elvis and the professor, and they are trying to break out of their handcuffs because
they got captured again.
They got captured again, but the alien who's smoking his cigar decides, I'm going to let you watch the destruction of Godzilla, but I'm not going to watch you very closely.
Yeah. So Interpol Elvis takes his ring off and starts using it as a lockpick while the professor pulls the pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, also his pipe's special. We forgot to mention that.
We forgot to mention it. His pipe is made out of two different types of like alien materials, and if you put them on either side of a piece of equipment, it essentially shorts out any electrical magnetic signal that goes through an electric device.
Yes.
Very convenient. Definitely not a plot device that literally fell out of his pocket and was introduced earlier as being able to destroy electronic devices. Something that's like, I don't know, very important for a cybernetic monster made out of technology.
So he pulls his pipe out. He starts to unscrew it.
He pulls his pipe out.
Interpol Elvis gets his locks picked.
Yeah, he does.
Shut up.
And then he hands over his pipe. to Interpol Elvis.
The professor hands his split pipe to Interpol Elvis. You're such a child.
I am. I'm literally 12. This is
While this is happening, Godzilla, like I said, he took those finger missiles. It looks like he's going down.
He's really giving those finger missiles.
And he stands up, and he starts flashing with power again. The missiles pop out of him.
That's right, Godzilla flashes him.
And then massive spikes shoot out of his back. Sparks shoot off of his back. And Mechagodzilla is trying to fly away, and Godzilla magnetizes himself.
Godzilla goes full Magneto and starts being like,
Godzilla,
is your entire body made of metal, my dear boy? And he starts pulling him in.
Godzilla turns himself into a giant magnet. He pulls two electrical pulls to himself while just doing this. And he's just like,
Which gives him even more power, so he's able to actually grab Mechagodzilla out of the air, literally like Magneto, and just starts pulling him to himself.
He literally just like...
And then he's literally attached to the back of Mechagodzilla. And let's just say they do a lot of zoom-ins. And if you take those clips out of context, it's not just me who's going to start laughing like a 12-year-old boy.
So he finally gets Mechagodzilla back to him because Mechagodzilla lands. He gets on his back. They try to fly off with him, but Godzilla and Mechagodzilla are too heavy for the rockets. Mm-hmm. They're forced back down to the ground. And then King Shîsâ is finally back up in the fight, and he runs over and he just starts shoulder checking and beating up Mechagodzilla. Godzilla then forcefully rotates Mechagodzilla's head.
He does what Henry Cavill did in Man of Steel.
Rips off Mechagodzilla's head.
Pretty much.
Interpol Elvis then takes that distraction to throw the two sides of the pipe on either side of the controller, while taking one of their hostage takers hostage as a human shield.
And uses his gun to blast the other two aliens.
They defeat the head alien and the henchmen. Then they start running away because the entire building is about to blow up. Mechagodzilla starts blowing up. Godzilla gets blasted away from the concussion back into the sea. He blows up. Enemy base blows up. Godzilla reemerges, just like, and then he just starts swimming away. King Shîsâ goes back into his cave and then forces it to collapse on himself.
So that he can rest.
So that he can close it back up. And that's the end of the movie.
Pretty much. Yep. Godzilla. Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
It's great. It's
magnificent.
Awesome. Speaking about magnificent things, what's good about Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla?
It is probably the greatest kaiju fight so far.
That's not the iconic part?
No. I'll tell you the iconic when we get there.
Okay. It is a really good fight. Like they're very active, and all three of the combatants are
bipedal.
Are bipedal, standing up, so there's not a lot of that awkwardness that you have to deal with, like with the puppetry of King Ghidorah. Jeez, why do we call him Ghidorah? King Ghidorah. Even Rodan, Mothra,
Agurus.
Yeah, you're not running into a lot of the issues with like you have to do extra puppetry and things like that. It's just three
Space
people.
Chicken.
The
Gigan.
Space. Oh, Gigan.
Yeah.
Well, Gigan.
He's bipedal. He's got the chainsaw chest.
That's true. You have to, and he has to fly a lot to use the chainsaw chest. All three of them are on the ground bipedals, so you get a lot more of them being able to actually fight them and have faster
combat.
So it is a really good fight.
Yeah,
like very, very interesting. Also, you have four separate fights.
Yeah,
in it, so that's always good. Like it is full on a kaiju monster fighting movie.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
you're good.
I'm not good. Okay. What I would say is good about this movie is they finally got the theming right after the intro credits. The intro credits are kind of like the stereotypical 70s. It's not really surfer music, but it is just kind of that vibe, like that upbeat, like
Yeah.
But that's like the opening credits.
Yeah.
After the opening credits, whenever they actually have a monster show up, any of the monsters show up, it goes into a minor key, and you get a little bit closer. It's not the original Godzilla theme whenever he shows up, but at least it's more like bum 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 bum,
Yeah.
like something like that. So you get a little bit of that vibe. The music overall fits the theming. Obviously, like it is awkward reading the lyrics of like a love ballad to King Caesar.
Yeah.
But it is performed very well. The
Yes.
music behind it is done very well. The only negative of that is that I think that the song ends a little too abruptly, right before his eyes glow red. But that's just a sound editing thing. That's not even like bad. That's not like, oh, I hated that part of the movie. I think the music fits this one. It's something that's been like, it's inconsistent with this series, and I was just very happy that we didn't have the whatever Godzilla shows up. We actually have like a kaiju theme. All right, how about bad?
I mean, there's not really a lot bad with the movie. If anything, they're just overplaying aliens a bit.
It is getting tiresome.
Aliens are just kind of like their default, just like, oh, aliens.
Well, it's either aliens or advanced underground people.
That's only happened once, though. Like, the rest of them are all aliens.
Well, and then you had aliens that were advanced underground people.
Yeah, but they came from outer space.
Yeah, they were from outer space. You were right.
Yeah.
It is like they always have to have like, it's a sci-fi movie. Yes, it is a sci-fi movie. We have giant monsters fighting each other. But is that really sci-fi? I want some aliens.
Yeah.
I want some lasers.
Yeah, they keep throwing aliens. It's just...
At least they're not space cockroaches.
Yeah.
This time they're
they're space monkeys.
Space monkeys.
It's Planet of the Apes.
But they're from outer space.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's becoming tired.
Yeah,
it's becoming a tired
It's
trope.
like, oh, more aliens. Yeah.
Oh, who else could use kaiju to fight people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do agree. Like, it is just like how many aliens are coming here. The bad, I would say, kind of going on with that is like, it's not just that, you have like the recurring theme of the aliens are the bad guys, but it's like these aliens literally have the least reason given for what they're doing. They have the best plan and they have the best chance of success so far. Like, if you think about it, it's like their plan involves, we brought a monster that's powerful enough to fight your most powerful monster.
Yes.
He's designed to destroy Godzilla, and he almost does. The thing he didn't account for was that Godzilla would become a magnet and that he would raise another monster. They were hoping that there was just like one monster.
They knew about King Caesar.
But the thing is that they were hoping that they would destroy Godzilla first.
Yeah.
So they only had to fight Caesar. And that they could get to Caesar before he could get other monsters.
No, like they knew about Caesar before the humans did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying that they wanted to destroy Caesar.
Well, they wanted to stop him waking up completely.
Yeah, they wanted to make him stop. They didn't want him to wake up. But the bad is that, yes, it's aliens again. But these aliens, literally, the only thing that's given about them is we built Mechagodzilla to destroy Godzilla so we could destroy the world.
Conquer.
Yeah.
They wanted to conquer Earth.
That's right, but they wanted to destroy all of humanity.
Yeah.
So it's like the loosest
reason for coming to Earth.
It is the loosest reason for coming to Earth, because it's like even the space cockroaches had a reason to be there.
They wanted the resources.
They wanted the resources. They wanted to inhabit the planet because they survived a planet that was dying. That's why they became space cockroaches. Even like you had the one where it's like the water. They wanted water.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get like the monsters that are just like the messaging monsters, but whenever it comes to like the aliens, usually they give like a semi-adequate reason for why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
These guys literally, it's like, we made Mechagodzilla to destroy Godzilla so we could conquer the Earth. Any reason behind that? No. Is your planet dying? We don't know.
Pure conquest.
We only say the name of where we're from once. And it's just,
Yeah.
we're here to conquer the Earth. So it's like, it's really like the loosest reasoning for the aliens. And the alien tropes are getting a little bit tiresome. But at the same time, too, it's like, it's a cheesy Godzilla movie. It's if it was really super duper deep,
yeah,
it's not really doing the Godzilla movie thing as we expect. So
yeah,
it was a little loose. How about ugly? What's something that you would actually kind of warn somebody about when it comes to this movie?
They're very obvious with plot devices.
Yes.
The plot devices are just, it's like having a giant exclamation mark above it, just like plot device, plot device, plot device.
This will be important later for a very specific reason.
Yep.
Yes. And also the plot devices just literally fall out of their pockets at the right moment. The ring that they point out at the beginning, it turns into a key. It's not even a lockpick, it's a key.
Oh no, he like bends it into a key.
But it becomes a key to unlock handcuffs.
Yeah, he forces it into a key. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there are a lot of things that just kind of happen that are a plot device. The fake statue.
Yeah.
Is a plot device. I knew that they were going to come there, and I deceived you so I could deceive them, and I just have an extra copy of this statue that we definitely need. We found the statue the day that the prophecy started.
Yep.
It is the plot devices just kind of fall out of their pocket at the right moment.
Yeah.
And to tie into that too, to hop onto it, the plot just happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like, obviously it's a movie, it has a story, the plot's going to happen. That's how a movie works, John. But
there's not a driving force.
There's not really a driving force, and it's also just like the moment that the plot may be lost, it shows back up.
Yep.
Like it just does. And it's even like, he's about to get killed because he's been disarmed. The guy's gotten stepped away. He's got a gun. He's about to kill him, and he's got the statue, and all is lost. And then literally Interpol cop
shoots the
guy shoots him from the shadows.
Yep.
Saving the day. The fake statue, like, it fell out of his pocket, but also that really saved the plot. The fact that the moment that they need King Shîsâ, they have a very simple thing that they have to do with the statue.
Yep.
The Interpol showing up, the second Interpol guy showing up.
Yeah. To
save them from the difficult hostage situation.
Yeah.
Just happens. The fact that King Shîsâ is about to get destroyed. Godzilla shows up, and he's super duper extra mega powerful. Yeah. And also space titanium, unlike a lot of other variants of titanium, is actually magnetic, which Godzilla now has that power.
We don't talk about that. We're not talking about the fact that pure titanium is not magnetic.
Space titanium is though. But
space titanium is an alloy of titanium, clearly.
Yeah. The fact that the Mechagodzilla gets destroyed, but it so happens that one of the main characters in the movie is like a cybernetics guy who can fix Mechagodzilla. He's the only one that really can, even though the aliens built the thing.
Yeah, but they're not the scientists that built it.
It's fair.
They're the armed force.
But again, the plot happens. The moment that they get betrayed, it turns out that they can broil for a very, very long time. Long enough for a rescue to happen conveniently.
Yeah.
It really is like the movie, the plot of the movie keeps insisting to show up at the exact right time.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the exact right time, the exact right way. It's like the laziest, most convenient time.
Yep.
But I think that if I can just roll into my iconic though, the iconic of this movie is that the plot doesn't matter. the iconic of this movie is that yes, the plot just randomly happens. Yes, everything just falls kind of into place. But it's awesome.
It gives you Godzilla fighting Mechagodzilla. That's all you need.
It's just you get a giant kaiju monster fight.
Oh, yeah.
There's explosions, there's laser beams, there's atomic breath,
there's fire.
There's fire, there's brimstone, there's thrills and chills, there's musical numbers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, it's just like, this movie is so exciting, it's so over the top, and it doesn't need a plot.
Nope.
So the fact that the plot just happens, you're just like, I don't care that the plot just happens. All I want is Godzilla to show up and fight this thing.
Yep.
And you get it.
Yeah.
You get what you ask for. So I think like the iconic of it is just like the fights are amazing.
Yeah. They are magnificent.
And the plot really doesn't matter because the only thing that I'm going to walk away from the theater going is just like, bro, that fight though.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there going, it was kind of convenient that he just decided to make a pipe out of two separate pieces of metal that he needed to destroy a electronic piece of equipment.
That is totally something like a scientist would just do though, because it's a thing. So an engineer would have that pipe.
Oh, 100%. And
I would have that pipe.
Yeah.
I don't even smoke. That would just be fun.
Exactly. Some of the stuff is just like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah. What about
my
you?
iconic?
Yeah.
It's literally Godzilla screaming at the sky, "Give me power," and the sky abides. Like.
That scene's just epic. Like,
it is
the cinematography, the music.
It's a dark It's a dark, desolate island. The sea is raging, lightning striking everywhere.
It's raining hard.
It's raining hard. Godzilla rises from the sea, stands there, and goes, and just takes lightning bolt after lightning bolt after lightning bolt, just growing in power and pulsing with energy.
Until he's finally glowing.
Like, just like, seriously, iconic.
That scene is just great.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. I think, too, another thing to point out, not necessarily the iconic, but, like, kind of tying into that, anytime Godzilla shows up, the cinematography around it.
Oh, yeah. Just like his...
Like, you get good shots of his face. You get good shots of him showing up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they did do a really nice job of actually showing a human comparison to the kaiju monster size. Because with Mechagodzilla, they show him in a hangar with the aliens walking below him, and they're just like...
Yeah. It really shows the scale. We've never really seen the kaiju with humans around, really. Because we've seen, like, humans running by the model towns and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's never like, there's Godzilla in the model town with the person there.
Yeah.
It's usually like, you have the model town, the people are kind of like video, like the film of them is put overlaid on it. And then in the background, behind that, Godzilla's overlaid farther away.
Yeah.
So actually seeing like the alien people like walking underneath the actual feet of Godzilla, you're like, oh, these things are huge. Because they're literally like, to our size, they're like that big.
Yeah.
Like, Godzilla's huge.
Yes.
Which is hard to really get that scale also when they're only fighting other kaiju that are the same size.
Like, occasionally you'll get, like, somewhat of a scale, because, like, they'll show a building and just like, oh, that, like, you can kind of get it, but, like, really, we're ant-sized to them.
Pretty much. We're just, like, perceptible ants. Like,
Beetles.
Yeah, probably about a beetle size to them, where it's like they could probably make us out, but that's
like a weevil.
Yeah.
A weevil beetle.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, it's like the film overall has a lot of good cinematic shots. It has a lot of good little tidbits of information and things like that scattered in.
Yeah.
And it's shot well. The music's good, and the fact that the plot doesn't matter is iconic. It's ugly that the plot just kind of happens, but
yeah,
I think that it overall it covers for itself.
Yeah.
All right. This film was made in 1974, right?
Yep.
So let's say that Toho approached you and they were talking about doing a modern version of Mechagodzilla. Is there like something that you would want to do with these characters, or how would you update it, or how would you utilize the premise, Godzilla fighting a mechanical version of himself?
It would be a terrestrial organization
100%
that made
yeah.
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'd be like, I mean, I don't really see them going. I don't really feel like it'd be world domination, because a single Mechagodzilla wouldn't really allow you to control the world.
To a point. I mean, think about it. If you own Mechagodzilla, you have something that's more powerful than the most powerful force of nature on Earth.
Yeah.
Essentially, what you're doing is you're holding the entire world hostage because you have a natural disaster.
Yeah, but
that
also,
you can control.
At that point, you have turned the world against you. You become the common enemy.
It's true, but you still have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
People will turn against you and they'll try to attack you, but at the same time, you're like, okay, I'll just completely devastate you with Godzilla. Essentially, you end up with a stalemate style of deterrent strategy.
Yeah.
Like, Godzilla would be like, having a Mechagodzilla is the equivalent of like having a more powerful nuke, really. Because sure, you become an enemy of the world, and there's enough that the world could do towards you, in theory, that
I mean,
you wouldn't necessarily want to just release Mechagodzilla. But in a world where you make a Mechagodzilla, are you really necessarily worried about everybody else?
The thing is, they could also just drop a nuke on you, though.
Well, yeah, they could, in theory. But again, like, you made Mechagodzilla. Maybe you've developed a system deep enough in the mountain to be like, I'm not necessarily too terribly worried about a nuclear strike. Because, oh yeah, Godzilla's going to literally show up.
Yeah.
But we're also dealing in a sci-fi world where you have lizards that are powered by lightning and nuclear energy.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, no, it'd be a terrestrial organization. I could definitely, like I said, I just don't completely see them going for full world domination. Maybe they are just going for, like, Japan.
Yeah, like a very specific place.
Yeah. Like there's many...
They want something very specific.
There's many, like, hero movies where the villain is going to take over their home country for wrongs that that's happened to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, it could be someone that literally just, like, their aunts, like, their grandpa or, like, someone related to them survived a Godzilla fight. And originally they were building this, like, Mechagodzilla because they're just like, ah, man, that's so cool. What if we made one? So, like, they start to, like, just work at it and they start building one, and then tragedy, and they're just like, ah, and, snap, go dark mode. Yeah.
Could do that.
But then, just kind of like like, Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla's just like, yeah, how dare you slander me? I did not give you permission to use my caricature.
I didn't give you permission to use my likeness.
That's the word. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just kind of kaiju robo fight.
Sure. I mean, if I had to do it, I'm struggling right now. Just I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of struggling. And the other thing too is that I don't want to make something that's already been made.
Yeah.
I've watched the newer Godzilla movies, like the legendary ones. I've seen all of those, and Mechagodzilla may or may not appear in one of those. And I think that with what you mentioned, but also just having watched this one myself, I kind of see like where the thinking process came into play with that adaptation of Mechagodzilla. Again, we'll probably get to that in like 4 years. Although we're farther along in Godzilla than I thought. Like, so we've only got one more left in this box set, and then we've got, I think we've got like 12 between like 84 and the 90s.
Yeah. With
the Japanese ones, and then we'll hit the American ones.
Are we watching Godzilla again?
No.
Okay, good.
No, Godzilla. I think, I think that we'll probably just either do like a very brief recap of it, for the sake of being like, hey, it is like in the series.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd never want to watch that thing again.
No, it's so bad.
I never want to watch it again. But
we digress.
We digress. So I don't necessarily want to just be like, recapping and being like, well, I think that, the way that they did Mechagodzilla in Godzilla, I believe he showed up in, was it King of the Monsters? That Mechagodzilla showed up? You wouldn't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen it
yet. So I'm talking to myself.
Twiddling thumbs.
But I do agree. I think a terrestrial group would make Godzilla, like Mechagodzilla. I think that they would purposely make a robotic Godzilla in order to fight Godzilla. I think Godzilla is a big enough threat that enough people would be afraid of him. Even though a lot of the people, like in this version of Godzilla, they tend to view him as just like, oh, he's a force for good. He usually fights the bad monsters.
Yeah.
He's usually the thing that kind of keeps everything in balance, which is Mothra's original purpose.
Yeah.
Godzilla's kind of taking it over, and we haven't seen Mothra in a long time. But,
at least in the Godzilla series.
Well, in this Godzilla series, yeah. But I do think, like, terrestrial organization, I think it's humans. I think humans build Mechagodzilla specifically to fight Godzilla or to create some kind of power balance.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they feel threatened that they're like, oh, Godzilla protects Japan, and then Korea goes and says, well, Japan has Godzilla protecting them. Who do we have protecting us?
Yeah.
What's stopping the next kaiju, the next alien invasion, the next whatever from coming and getting us?
Yeah.
Maybe they think that Godzilla is some kind of beacon because things tend to just kind of show up to fight Godzilla and cities get destroyed.
Yeah.
Hedorah showed up in Japan and fought Godzilla.
In Japan.
So it's like maybe another country is just like, dude, you guys think that Godzilla is real cool and, Atomic Lizard, that's great, but he's also a giant monster that destroys your cities. Why can't you put him down?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you make a creature to put him down? Like, make a Pacific Rim situation, like the Jaegers.
Yeah.
Like, we create something in order to fight the things, to put the things down.
Yeah.
So that they're not destroying cities. Things like that.
Yeah.
So I think you could lean into that a bit more, and I think it's a lot more interesting if you have it be humans that are doing it, as compared to aliens want to conquer the Earth, and so they've replicated the Earth's mightiest warrior.
Yeah.
Although I see like where they came from in this one. So humans make Mechagodzilla to fight Godzilla. You can have a variety of different reasons, and there are plenty of reasons that you can give to your villains to make a Mechagodzilla. So I think that is already kind of a better thread. But then again, I've always liked Godzilla being more of like a gray character, kind
morally ambiguous.
Yeah, morally ambiguous, where it's like he is a force of nature, but I'm not always thrilled that he's just automatically like the white hat.
Yeah.
He shows up as the sheriff in town. He's going to put down the big old threat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I understand why they're going for that vibe. I think that Godzilla is. I don't know. Like the first Godzilla movie, I loved the 1954 one.
Oh yeah.
Where he's literally just the consequences of their actions.
Yeah.
He's a creature that's fighting things. And then Agura shows up in the second one, and Godzilla still is a threat.
Yeah.
He's still a threat to humanity, but he does fight this other kaiju.
Yeah, because it's in his territory.
Yeah, and Tokyo gets destroyed by both of them.
Yeah. And
he's not just this force for good. He's an animal. He's fighting another animal.
Yeah.
And people are just in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, I liked that. Even Son of Godzilla, he wasn't like the hero.
Nope.
Because he ends up in the mountains. Like he's fleeing up in the mountains with his son. Yeah. And then that's when the tone really shifted to like, no, Godzilla's like the greatest dad of all time, and he's actually really good, and he's a protector of good, and he's a purveyor of justice.
Yeah.
So I think having a morally gray stance, and even like maybe you have people that at this point too in the series, like, you know, let's assume that we've been remaking the movies this entire time.
Yeah.
By this point, you would definitely have some humans that aren't fans of Godzilla. He destroys Tokyo every year. It seems like every year and a half, every 2 years. Yeah. I've lost my home 4 times. People have died.
Yeah.
And nobody's doing anything, and everybody acts like he's a hero. Yeah. What the heck? You know, things like that. Like, I think that there's enough there that you could really have an in-world dialogue. So you can have a story-driven that's by characters that are viewing things opposite to what has been portrayed to the audience.
Yeah.
Godzilla really is still a giant wrecking ball.
Yeah.
He's not just a good guy. He's a force of nature, and Tokyo gets destroyed every time he shows up. People die.
Yeah. So many.
So I would lean into that. I don't necessarily have like specific plot points and things like that, but I do agree. Yeah. Humans making Mechagodzilla works a lot better narratively.
Yeah.
All right. You have any other final thoughts or things that you want to add?
Nope.
All right. Speaking about things about adding, please add your like to this video. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla? The series in general, how are we doing? Do you enjoy our cold opens and all the different things that we do? Is there any way that we can improve? We're always open to you guys.
Or deprove.
Or deprove. Like, is there things that we're doing too well and it's creeping you out?
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you haven't already, consider subscribing and sharing us with your friends. If they like Godzilla, if they like movies and the same sense of humor that you do, if you like this channel, be sure to share us with your friends. Otherwise, I already kind of did like a mini plug. This is on Amazon and Godzilla.com. It's a series of things. It's the Showa era films, Godzilla. This is a thing full of DVDs. It's full of DVDs. Well, Blu-rays. It's full Blu-rays. Beautiful, gorgeous, amazing,
magnificent.
Anyway, gosh, it's late. You guys have a good evening. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.